Hey Booktube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. I'm behind. I'm so behind. There are so many things I want to talk to you about. So I'm just gonna kind of briefly wrap up March and tell you about a special book that I am reading in April. Now, last Friday, I asked you guys for advice about the library cart. I have been slowly adding to the library cart. So if you have any other suggestions regarding that, please put those down in the comment section. As far as how to use my library cart and what should be on what shelf and all that kind of stuff. So I will have a video about the library cart so you guys can see. It's a little bit tricky to film the library cart, quite honestly. So I've got to come up with some strategies here for that. But so you guys, in March, I read all of the books I intended, which was amazing. I kept track of them in my booktube notebook, and I was just gonna show you here. Now, I did start a little bit early, but yeah, done. Like, it's a lot of books for me to read in a month, granted. You know, I was trying to participate in 4 booktube events in March, which I did. Did March of the Mammoths, I did the Irish Readathon, I did middle grade March, and I did March Mystery Madness, which, by the way, I do love the Goodreads kind of updates during March Mystery Madness. It's very bloody. There's a lot of murder and mayhem going on Goodreads in the month of March. So the book I finished this week, the last book, I did finish it in March, is Holding by Graham Norton, who is Irish. He's more well known for being the host of the Graham Norton Show on BBC. And this was actually a mystery novel as well as being a book written by an Irish author. And I have to say, I really enjoyed it. I like some things I kind of could see coming a little bit, but for the most part, it was pretty, took some turns that I wasn't anticipating. And especially about like those little details about life in a little tiny Irish town. It's very, very sweet. But I have to say, I have a pet peeve with mystery novels, and Graham Norton did not fall into that trap. That is my pet peeve about mystery writers talking about mystery novels in their mystery novels. Like, and I hate to say it, like Agatha Christie, like she is guilty of that. Often, I actually can't think of an Agatha Christie book I've read where there hasn't been a character or someone was like, oh, isn't this like being in a mystery novel? And it's just like, no, you are in a mystery novel. I am gonna read his other book at some point, so I really enjoy this. And before I go into what I'm gonna be reading next, because I have a very, very special book to show you guys, I'm so torn about what to say to you guys about Dombey and Son. Aside from that, I really hope you'll read it. It's such a wonderful book. I'm not sure if I laughed out loud at any point. Most books don't do that to me. I smiled a lot though. And there was one part, and I read this with Joe Smith, and both Joe and I, we just kept saying like, no, this has to happen. Like, this has to happen. And we've read enough Dickens together that we're like, Dickens wouldn't have wasted all this energy into these characters if this other thing wasn't going to happen. And it finally did happen in the book. Joe, I think, just had to like sit, like she just like put the book down and just kind of took it all in. I was reading at home by myself, and I broke down in tears. I mean, tears of joy. Like, I was so happy for these characters. And yeah, it was it reminds me of so many other Dickens novels. I thought of Our Mutual Friend. I thought of A Christmas Carol, actually. I thought of Great Expectations, like just some really interesting things. And I need to look up the chronology of when he wrote this versus some of those other books. But honestly, I don't want to tell you what it's about because I don't want to ruin it for you. Like, this is a book you should just go into blind and experience it. And so I'm really torn because I did last year, I think I did do a review of Our Mutual Friend, which was my mammoth for last March. I don't know if I can do that. Like, there's so little I can tell you about the plot without spoiling something. And I don't want to spoil the experience of this. I have been happy to see a couple people on Goodreads marking this as like maybe something to consider in the future or adding it to their TBR. So that gives me great hope. This is, at the moment, I think the only book that surpasses this in my mind right now. And A Christmas Carol is kind of in a separate category, but the only thing I've read by Dickens that I would consider better is Bleak House. I just loved this book. Like, loved it. So anyway, you can tell me guys what you think, if I should attempt a review video of it somehow, but I don't know. I don't want to ruin anything for you guys. So, okay. All right. So I did start, when I finished holding, I was like, I need a little something to like tide me over until starting one of my April books. I don't really have an April TBR, although some of it will show up on the cart. I do have 2 buddy reads planned for April. I need to check in with one of them because we haven't talked about that for a while, so I want to make sure that that's still happening. So I did start one of my high priority books for 2022, and it was on my list for 2021. I've owned this book a very long time. This is called Confederates in the Attic: Dispatches from the Unfinished Civil War, by Tony Horowitz. And I just wasn't sure that I could handle this book right now, but it's just like, it's really just staring at me all the time, and I just, like, it's almost like I just want it to get it over with. But I started reading it. It's really interesting so far. Like, he's connected with this group of people who reenact the Civil War. You know, they do training, march drills. So yeah, there's like, I think they do battle reenactments, excuse me, during the summer. And yeah, so like he went and spent a weekend with them when they were just like doing marching drills and things like that. And it was really intense. So anyway, I'm excited to see where this goes. But I'm just gonna kind of like, this is gonna be my other book, because the book I'm gonna show you next, I cannot read in bed. It's just too big. So Shelly Swearingen and I decided that we were gonna read Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass in April, which I was very excited about. I have read Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass before, and I felt like I just didn't quite grasp it. Like, I liked it. Like, it's quirky. It's kind of, it's very different, but I felt like I was missing out on something. And so I went to the shelf to get my copy to see, you know, how long is it, how many chapters, all that kind of stuff. And I couldn't find a copy of Alice in Wonderland. I have no idea. Jason is convinced that I gave it away. And truthfully, my love for Alice in Wonderland came later, after reading the book. And I will share that in a totally separate video. But I really just want to show you guys. So I came home one day. I had a really rough week, and came home one day, and on the coffee table, holy cow, you guys, is the Annotated Alice. Look just even how beautiful the cover is. But this thing is huge. So this includes not only Alice in Wonderland, but also Through the Looking Glass. And also like there's like a Christmas thing. There's something about Easter in here. There's multiple introductions. But I just wanted to show you guys. I told Shelly, I was like, I think it might take me a little bit longer to read something like this because of the annotations. So these are the annotations on the side. I love this illustration right here at the bottom. Yeah, so I don't even know. This is still Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like there's just so much in this. It's just really, really incredible. And I think there's actually even some color images. Let me just look. So a whole bunch of different, you know, illustrations from different editions over the years. And anyway, I'm so excited, you guys, to talk to you about Alice in Wonderland in April and Through the Looking Glass as well. And there will definitely be a special video devoted to this. Like, I do have this whole weird connection to Alice in Wonderland that I will tell you about in the future. I just wanted to let you guys know that I really do want to make more than one video a week because I know not everyone loves Friday Reads videos. And I just had I've just been having a hard time this year. Just like some other things going on in my life that I've been struggling with a little bit. And I almost made a video. I'm so glad I didn't. It was one of those things I almost made a video and I'm like, no, step away from the camera, Kelly. Like, cause really I don't want to have these videos where it's like sad Kelly, right? Like I don't want to cry in a booktube video unless it's tears of joy or something. And I don't, yeah, like I don't want to burden you with the things that I'm dealing with. You're here because we want to talk about books together, right? Like I do want you guys to know I have to exercise every single day to try to keep my knees from not being like sources of pain. And I ride a stationary bike, and every day when I do that, I'm thinking of all of you. I'm talking to all of you the whole time I'm on the bike. I'm just thinking about individuals who comment on this channel regularly, new people that I have met and I've been excited to meet. And also all of those of you that I don't ever, I don't hear from. I would love to hear from you, and it's okay. I get it. Like, you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, but like, just know that I know you're out there, and maybe it's just like Friday Reads videos aren't your thing, but it really does help me if you want to leave a comment, just so I can try to start to get to know you, or if you want to leave an emoji, which a lot of people do, and that's fine too. If you want to give this video a thumbs up, feel like I'm just reaching like a fraction of all of you who are subscribed to this channel, and of course there's people who are not subscribed, and that's okay. That's okay too. But I just wanted to let you guys know, like, I'm really, really hoping to get back in the habit of making at least 2 videos a week soon, and we'll just see what happens. I just have like these kind of variables in my life that I don't know what's going to happen. And so I just have to wait and see a little bit. But like I said, I do have some really special videos planned for April, and I hope you will join me with that. Thank you guys all so much for your support of my doing 4 readathons in March. I had a great time. I read a lot of books, and I'm feeling really good. I can't show you all the books I've read because I have sent some of them out in the mail to some of you, so they are on a slow boat. I'm not going to deny it. but some of you will be receiving some of the books that I read in March. So that's super fun too. Just so you know, I'm not going to part with this one. Anyway, all right, Booktube, please remember to be kind to yourself, which is so hard to do. I totally get it. To be kind to others, which is hard in a different way, but still really challenging. Be kind to others, be kind to yourself, and take care. I'll talk to you soon, Booktube. Bye.